And now 7's editorial director Chuck Stokes joining us now to talk about last night's election. Leadership in Lansing is changing majorly for Governor Whitmer. Was that a big surprise?
Not so much a surprise, but it was something that she fought hard against. But it happened, but she has dealt with it before. The first 6 years of her governorship in Lansing, she dealt with a divided house. She's now going back to that. She had a blue wave. It's not quite as blue, but it is still pretty blue. She knows how to work with those type of divided houses. It's more politics on her part. She's got to be a little shrewder about how she does it. She's going to work hard and she's going to try her best to keep her agenda going. Of course, she's got the loyal opposition in the House now that's going to say, we don't necessarily like your agenda and you're going to have to compromise with us, or we're going to block it if we can. So it's going to be some tug of war there. They are going to be aided by the fact that they now have a Republican president in the United States. And they have the chair of the Michigan Republican Party, Pete Hoekstra, who has basically kind of put that party back together again.
Yeah, he's been working very hard to do that. Let's talk about the Senate race. You know, Slotkin winning, Rogers just conceding just a short while ago. Talk about going down to the wire, just a few thousand votes.
Neck and neck, neck and neck. They fought hard. They were two very formidable candidates. They were both well known. They took it down to the wire. She started earlier than everybody, and it paid off in this way. But it's a hard loss for Rogers. But look for him possibly to be in the Trump administration, because he had to move from being, quote unquote, a moderate Republican to being more of a MAGA Republican in the primary in order to get Donald Trump's support. So does Donald Trump repay him for a hard-fought race in which he came just a whisker to getting to the U.S. Senate? I think if he wants to be in that administration, there's a position for him.
4 years ago, there were so many problems counting the vote, even in Wayne County. But this year, it was smooth sailing. I'm sure a lot of people were happy to see all of the changes, right?
Thankfully. But I think all of the clerks across this state and across the nation knew what happened 4 years ago in their respective areas, and they have worked hard. And you talk to them individually and they'll tell you, we have worked every day for the last 4 years to have a system that, when all was said and done, the voters would say, we know that there wasn't fraud and that our vote counted. And that's going to be a big thing here. And in terms of Lisa Slotkin that you asked about, she's going to have the aid of a lady named Debbie Stabenow, who was there for almost 25 years, who said she'll do everything she can to help her. Having someone like that, even though she's not going to be in power anymore, getting into her institutional knowledge and wisdom should be a big help for her.
To guide her along, yes, indeed.
Thank you so much, Chuck.
All right, thank you.
And stay with 7.